Atmavandan everyone, good evening and a very warm welcome to you all. Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Today we're on chapter 6 of the amazing book, The Compassionate Buddha, by the very learned Anandamurti Guruma. So we'll spend the first half hour or so reading the chapter, then we'll have a short meditation, and then we'll have time to reflect the learnings from the chapter that we've read today. So please kindly join me as I read today's chapter, which is chapter 6, page 49, called The Mind, Friend or Foe. How can I make you understand, O mind? Had you been a horse, I would have tamed you by bridling and reining you. Had you been an elephant, I would have chained your 4 legs. I would have sat on your head and tamed you with a rod. Had you agreed, then with true knowledge, I would have led you on the path of truth. Thus, says Kabir, I would have reached my beloved's immortal home. How can I make you understand, O mind? How can I convince you of your fallacy? How, oh how, can I rip off your delusion? By Mystic Kabir. Kabir tries to illustrate the complexity of the human mind. Strange are the ways of the mind, and infinite are the games it can play. And the irony is that it gets trapped in the intricate web spun by none other than itself. The mind can be your greatest enemy or your most dependable ally. There is no greater adversary than the untrained, conditioned, reactive mind, and no better aid than a trained, rational, discerning mind. Human mind is so capricious, ever-changing, and such a complex and enigmatic entity, none other than your own mind gives you grief, suffering, but it is very difficult to accept that we make ourselves unhappy. Instead, we keep looking outside, seeking to blame someone else for our troubles. The truth is that problems exist in our own mind and not in the outer world. But people tend to blame their pain and misery either onto other people or external events. Mind can create a dilemma out of anything and everything. If only this person was not there in my life, I would have never been unhappy. If only I got that. If only I got rid of that. This, if only, is a figment of the mind, and people lead their entire lives trying to tick off their if only lists, trying to fulfill their desires until one day when death puts an end to all the wishes, all the wants, all the hopes, sweeping away all the dreams. No one can make you suffer unless you consent to undergo the suffering. Although one keeps on looking for someone or something to blame, the fact is that it is none other than your own mind creating all the misery. People live in constant stress, anxiety, and worry, and no one is willing to accept the choice to do so. Everyone blames the other as the cause of their misery. Someone blames a spouse, the other blames the boss, children, relatives, friends, rather everyone but themselves. The fact is that no one but your own mind makes you suffer. Mind will bring up a thought of acquiring something or a list of wants and expectations. And when these don't get fulfilled, it inevitably leaves you feeling miserable, stressed out. Guru Bani says, all desires would remain unfulfilled. You neither remembered Lord, nor did the pilgrimage, and Lord of Death will grab you from your hair. In this context, Kabir has also said, when Lord of Death would hold you from hair, that day all your strengths would prove in vain. You keep waiting for your desires to be fulfilled. You run helter-skelter trying to grab objects, running after the world, and then suddenly death comes and sweeps everything away. Brahmins keep a knot of hair on their otherwise bald heads. Gurbani says, Death will come and grab you from your hair, leaving all aspirations, all desires behind. All your power will fail in front of the might of death. The veritable truth is that the mind is the source of all suffering. For example, say the mind wants something, so as long as you don't get that which the mind has wished for, you will remain anxious, you will remain unworrying. You will be miserable. But what if the mind never came up with that desire in the first place? Then there would be no question of feeling unhappy on the non-fulfillment of that desire. You may say that if there is a mind, then, but unnaturally there will be thoughts, there will be desires, and if they don't get fulfilled, then obviously one will be unhappy. There you go. This means that if you don't want to be miserable, then the solution is simple. Don't have any desires. Don't have any expectations. Buddha has said, misery inevitably follows those who get swayed by their mental tendencies. Those who speak or act under the influence of a flawed, imperfect mind, just as the wheels of a cart follow the feet of the bullock pulling the cart, you lead your entire life, dictated by your mental tendencies and thoughts. Your entire life script is dictated by the mind. For example, the house you were born in, you end up regarding it as my house. The parents as my parents. Let's suppose for a moment you come to know that the parents you were regarding as my parents are in fact not your biological parents. All these years that you were regarding as mine, be it my house, my parents, my siblings, my religion, all that is shattered in a moment. What will you do then? You will find it catastrophic to deal with. It is another matter that in reality the parents you regard as my parents, do they really belong to you? No one belongs to anyone other than the Lord. Other than the Lord, no one can be yours, not even the Guru. For the Guru's body too will die one day, leaving you. It is just hogwash that your Guru will take you to heaven. Foolish drivel, nothing else. Where will you go after death? You will go where your mind takes you. The mind drives and dictates the turn of events through your entire life. It is your mind that brought up the thought of attending a shivir in this ashram. Some people who got accommodation in tents, as there weren't any rooms left, returned back home. Who made them go back? It was none other than their own mind. You have come to the ashram, well and good. Just suppose when you stand in the queue for getting your food, by the time your turn comes, some food items have got over. Your mind is not going to like that, and it is likely that it will hold on to that thought and become miserable. And then it is more than likely that you will start complaining to the organisers. The mind gets stuck with one thing, forgetting everything else. Just as all the milk in a container can be spoilt by just a few drops of lime juice, likewise, a blemished mind can ruin your entire life. Hence, it entails that rather than focusing on changing other people and situations, you need to rectify the working of your own mind. Learn to mind your mind. A story goes that a long time ago, there was an emperor in China who had gone out for a stroll. While walking, a thorn pierced the sole of his foot, and he shrieked out in pain. He was so annoyed that he asked his minister to carpet the entire kingdom so that this event would never happen again. The minister was perplexed as to how he could carry out the task. There was, however, a wise man who advised the minister to cover the emperor's feet by a covering of leather so that no thorn could cause him any grief. In the context of shoes, I remember once when I was in Paris and we were strolling on the high streets that had several big showrooms, I was just casually looking at the price tags of the leather jackets and shoes, and to my amazement, I read the price tag for one pair of shoes, $15,000. People actually buy and wear these super expensive stuff? whereas one can get a comfortable pair of shoes or slippers for less than a fraction of that price. The same is true for wristwatches. There are people who will spend thousands and thousands to get designer watches studded with precious jewels. What is the point? All you need the watch for is to know the time. The precious stones and gold plating is not going to tell you anything different. But the problem is that you live your lives not for yourself, but for others. What does the other think of me? I need to maintain a certain image in the society. And in this race to keep pleasing and impressing others, you make yourself suffer. But remember, no matter what you do or don't do, you cannot please everyone at all times. Mind is full of wants, desires, and expectations. Lack of fulfillment leads to stress, anxiety, and unhappiness. So one should learn to live without harbouring any expectations. Buddha has said that if one's speech or actions are driven by the ignorant mind, suffering is inevitable. Our entire life is based on the thoughts we entertain. Our belief system, our views, all are related to our mind. There is a false sense of ownership. My house, my parents, my belongings, my religion, and the list is very long indeed. Whereas the reality is that nothing belongs to you, and moreover, you don't belong to anyone. All is given to you by the benevolence of divinity, but man keeps relentlessly hankering after mine, mine, and mine. All will be left behind when you die, but your mind dictates and you mutually follow. It is not the external situation, but your mind that decides how to react. For example, a thought comes in your mind that you should go on a pilgrimage. You act on this thought and reach the holy place. Your mind is happy that you have made it. Not many can. You experience elation. However, if soon you come to know that there is no decent place to stay overnight and the arrangements are very basic, a thought arises that how can anyone stay in this place, holy or not? The mind dictates you follow and return back home. Your acquaintance walks past you, but does not smile or acknowledge your presence. This is enough to make you angry. What does he think of himself? Says your mind promptly. Such a fragile ego, and all your efforts go into maintaining this ego. So, who creates the suffering when the ego is hurt? None other than your own self. People live their lives for others. More importance is given to what others think of you. This leads to a mad rat race where all are running to attain more and more: a better car, an expensive watch, a bigger house, a designer's spouse, all to achieve a so-called higher social status, so that people regard you in a higher esteem. Is it any surprise then that, possessed by this deluded thinking, one keeps on creating uninvited problems all the time? One should take efforts to get out of the habitual reactive conditioning of the mind. Don't seek to change others. Change the core pattern of your own mind. That is why it is said that victory over the irrational mind is akin to getting victory over the whole world. But the mind is very strong indeed. So difficult that Kabir elucidates this difficulty by saying, "O mind, if you were gold, I would have managed you with the use of chemicals. If you were a horse, I would have controlled you by using a rein. If you were an elephant, I could handle you by putting chains round your legs. If you were iron, I would have melted you in a hot furnace and shape you the way I want." Situations are as they are, but it is the state of mind that makes you react differently to any given situation. If the mind is happy, it will react positively, or else it won't. If your mind goes into depression, then your own home starts feeling like a crematorium. Have you ever seen or met anyone who is depressed? His face is like a ravaged garden. He may have a wife, kids, wealth, but his face will be gloomy. It is not difficult to make out if someone is depressed. His facial expression will tell it all. Morose, dejected. It happened once that some people brought one such depressed individual to me. The chap was sitting with head lowered, not saying anything. As I was talking to him, he gradually opened up. I asked him if he genuinely wanted to get better, and he nodded in affirmation. So I asked him to come the next day, but without his family. The next day, when he came, he attended my satsang and thus continued to come on subsequent days. A little dose of satsang, some empathetic suggestions and advice, some dose of meditation and some love, the chap got cured with no further need for any medication. What change happened in his head? But something did happen as his entire demeanour changed. Gone was the dejected look. He returned to normality. He asked me what he should do with the antidepressant drugs, and I told him to return them back to his doctor. How can drugs cure depression? Yes, I can understand if it is used as an emergency, as a short-term measure, but drugs cannot be the way to treat the mind. We have created the problems for ourselves, so it goes without saying that it is we who can get ourselves out of the self-created problems. No medicine can do that for us. Remember the story of the camel? A story that I narrated 3 days ago. Isn't it strange that you remember a movie you had seen several years ago, but don't remember what I had said 3 days ago? Sometimes people ask me to narrate some incidents from my life. Most would remember the movie, surely, that became an all-time big blockbuster. Some of the dialogues in that film became very famous. So whenever we had any guests, my brother and I would enthusiastically offer to deliver the dialogues. And invariably, after we would finish, the happy guest would give us 5-10 rupees, a big sum in those days. We tend to remember those events that gave pleasure to the mind. If only you could get the same pleasure from my satsangs, you would then never forget a single word uttered by me. But reality is that although you are sitting in front of me, you are still not really listening, as your mind is elsewhere. Earlier, I had narrated the story of the man with 4 camels in a desert. A man was travelling with his 4 camels. When night befell, he stopped to take rest and started tying the camels to the wooden peg. He soon realised that he had only 3 ropes and hence couldn't tie the 4th camel. He was distressed as he didn't want the camel to wander off in the night. Then he was approached by an elderly gentleman. The wise old man advised him, You know that there is no rope, but the camel doesn't know that. Simply brush your hands across the camel's leg, pretending that you are tying a rope, as you would normally do, and say aloud to the camel that the rope has been tied until morning. Lo and behold, in the morning the man found the camel in the same position as he had left him. Interestingly, however, when he pulled the rein to get him to move, the camel refused to budge. The wise old man came to his rescue again. He asked him to pretend that he is untying the rope from the camel's leg, the rope that did not exist. As soon as he did this, the camel started to move. Well, you are no different to the camel. Aren't you tied down too? You are sitting here, but where is your mind? You too have tied your own mind down, albeit the ropes are invisible, and unless you don't untie the ropes, how will you make your mind understand? The mind will forever be in bondage. Okay. So, and then Kabir says, Gyani ho to gyan sikhao, satya ki raah chalao, kahta Kabir suno bhai sadho, amarapur panchu chau. Pachun chau. Amarpur refers to the immortal kingdom. Kabir says, once your ropes are untied, you will reach the eternal, immortal, indestructible Lord. He says the only way to make the mind understand is through wisdom. There is no other way. The only way to deal with the mind, purify the mind, is through pure wisdom. And it is very important to be in the presence of such individuals who can impart this true wisdom, as only the deeper understanding will set you free. Then you become free forever. Where is the pain, the suffering? Right within you. And if your mind is blemished, impure, then all actions, including speech, performed through such an impure mind, will be impure. If your mind is impure, you will be unable to perform any virtuous acts. Your sweet speech will not be truthful, pure. As long as there is untruth in the mind, how can you speak truthfully? To those who say, "We want to become your disciples so that our life takes a turn for the better," my reply is that your life will not improve by merely becoming my disciple. Instead, make your mind a disciple of wisdom, i.e., eradicate your mental impurities using this cleanser. Your upliftment lies in this, in eliminating all mental afflictions, and not by simply becoming my disciple. Simply becoming a follower of any guru is not going to help. Nothing will help unless you cleanse your mind by imbibing wisdom. How will it help if, although you become my disciple, but still keep following the dictate of your own mind? Will that make you my disciple or a disciple of your own mind? In such a situation, it will make no difference to your life, no matter for how many years you are associated with me. See, if you keep on seeing the same doctor for years together and still you are not cured of your disease, the doctor is going to be ecstatic. The doctor is not going to be ecstatic, no matter how greedy he is. A doctor is not going to be elated on knowing that a patient has been taking his medicine for, let's suppose, 20 years and still not got cured of his illness, is he? On a lighter note, I heard that once a doctor went to Shimla for his vacation and his son, who too was a doctor, was handling his practice while his father was away. When the doctor returned, he saw that his normally full clinic was nearly empty. Anxiously, he asked his son what was happening. The son replied, "Father, you are going to feel so proud of my prowess. All the patients you couldn't cure in all these years, I have cured them in a matter of days." The father yelled, "You fool! By stretching the treatment from 3 days to 30 days, I managed to pay the fees for your degree. Now, where will I get the money for your brother's MBBS degree?" So, no matter how greedy a doctor is, he will give you some medicine, albeit of a weaker strength, to improve your health. And if a doctor can have ethics, do you think a guru will be without honesty, integrity? A guru gives you his all, but in such a tremendous effort to make you understand. But you keep on ignoring his words and keep on following the habitual pattern of your own mind. You are happy just to wear the locket with the guru's picture around your neck, but not follow what the guru asked you to do. How can that help? If after hearing discourses for years together, you are still stuck in the same rut, still going through same pangs of suffering, I say, leave that guru. What is the point in making guru so casually, so frivolously, when you don't seriously absorb and act upon the guru's words? Bear in mind, no guru can redeem you. You alone can absolve yourself by purifying your mind in the fire of wisdom. The guru can only guide you, but ultimately it is you who has to walk on the path. You are the master of your mind, and hence it is entirely up to you to free yourself. Don't depend on an external guru to liberate you of your miseries. The key to this lock is with you and no one else. Just think, how can you experience a full life of joy and contentment? It's possible only when you live your life with wisdom. Mind will always keep erecting some problem or the other. Hence, you need wisdom to sort your mind. Okay. The whole world is my abode. and sky is the canopy. No one can understand how intoxicated I am with your love. Such is the wine of wisdom given by the Lord, crushing every gravel in the stone of my ego. Now that I know who I am, I live in boundless ecstasy. Gold has become dust for me, and dust is gold for me. I have found treasure in every grain of stone. Then why should I moan? In front of this treasure, the whole world is nothing but dust. Neither am I bothered about the world, nor am I stressed for myself. When I doesn't exist anymore, then who should cry for whom? Now I am enjoying my found self, the pure self. The whole world is my home, and the sky is my canopy. Give up your narrow-minded sense of possessions. When this entire world is yours, why confine yourself to any limitation, which you call my house, my family? Break the pseudo wall of mine. Either everything belongs to you, or nothing belongs to you. So don't dwell on mine and not mine. This illusion of duality needs to be broken for good. If you think with honesty and wisdom, then what belongs to you? What did you bring with you when you emerged from your mother's womb? Moreover, what will you take with you when you leave this world? And if this is the indelible truth, why do you worry? What for? Live with the feeling that the whole wide world is mine. Break the narrow walls of this is mine and that is not mine. If you want to beautify your life, you need to first cleanse, beautify your mind. And if you don't do this, then remember Buddha's words. Sorrow and suffering will keep on following you like the wheels of a bullock cart that keep following the bullock. Don't run away from the source of all your suffering, your own mind. Don't keep on looking outside to blame someone or some situation. Some people think that their suffering will reduce if they were to change, say, the city they were living, or change the house, the workplace, or even the spouse. Maybe that's the reason why divorce rates have increased in India too, when once they were common only in the Western world. Change the house, change the place, or change the wife. Some people believe their house is unlucky for them. This is the reason why people have become obsessed with feng shui and vastu shastra, ancient Indian science of materials, which deals with the various aspects of architecture, designing and building environments that are in harmony with physical and metaphysical forces. Vastu Shastra is conceptually similar to feng shui. They think by merely altering the placement of stuff in their houses, relocating the directions of their doors and beds, etc., their problems will go away. Someone says, hang a horseshoe outside the house. So first search a horse, then find the horseshoe, and then hang it. See, I'm not against feng shui or vastu shastra, but I'm against their misuse and abuse. Those who sell these ideas make money. Well, who isn't unhappy in this world? First, people used to go to priests, tantrics, practitioners of tantra, and now they keep looking for vastu shastris. You need to grasp this and accept it. The problem is not there, but right within your own mind. Whenever your mind is agitated due to any problem, don't start worrying. Sit in a secluded spot and think sincerely and calmly. Is the source of this seeming trouble within you, or is it in the outside world? If it is indeed outside, check if you can do something about it or not. If it is beyond your control, why worry and get all tensed and stressed when you can't do anything about it? Worrying never solves anything. Be calm and poised and utilize your wisdom to resolve issues. Just as use your intellect and cover open wound to prevent infection. Wear shoes to avoid being pierced by thorns. Likewise, use your intellect to override the foolishness of your mind. Suffering is because of the foolishness of the mind. Hence, utilize your intellect and wisdom so that the flower of happiness blossoms. And even if thorns come your way, your wisdom helps you in dealing with it. A rose plant has flowers and thorns, doesn't it? The rose flowers blossom right amidst the thorns. Does a rose say that it will blossom only if the thorns are not there? Likewise, it is wrong to say that one can be happy only when there is no suffering. You have to learn to blossom like a rose flower, right amidst the thorns of pain and suffering. You cannot wish that your life be a bed of only roses. The thorns, too, are inevitable. So, rather than wasting your energy on complaining why the thorns are there, it is wise to focus on the flowers and find ways to reduce the impact of the thorns. Moreover, even thorns are pretty. See how beautiful a cactus flower is. They look pretty, but when you touch the plant, it is full of prickly thorns. Don't be a thorn to anyone, and if someone is behaving like a thorn to you, view him as you would a cactus plant. It is inherent nature of the plant, and that is how it was made. So maintain a distance, keep away. If it is not possible to do so physically, then keep a distance at the mental level. If you have mentally distanced yourself away, then it does not matter if there is a physical distance or not. Sometimes even people are physically apart from their enemies mentally. Mentally they keep them so close in the bargain, keep hurt, and in the bargain keep hurting inside. Learn to forgive and forget all unpleasant events. Learn to forgive those who have hurt you and learn to live awarely and in full wisdom. Then there will be no room for any suffering in your life. Instead of focusing on others, turn your attention to yourself and endeavour to be a flower to one and all. That certainly is in your hands. Purify your mind, get rid of all impurities, and blossom into a beautiful, fragrant flower that one spreads its fragrance everywhere. Be forgiving. Learn to let go. Don't keep getting burdened by the baggage of vengeance and other negativities. Carrying the load of negativities is detrimental to no one but you. The mind can be your greatest enemy or your most dependable ally. The choice is yours. Do you want your mind to be your friend or foe? There is no greater adversary than the conditioned reactive mind, and no better aid than a discerning, purified mind. A mind free of all the garbage of negativities and guided by wisdom is indeed the most loyal, reliable ally you could ever find. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Babaji, Lord Buddha, Guru Nanak, and all the divine masters. Okay, now gently sit in a meditative position. Close your eyes, remove any glasses, clasp your fingers into fingers, and keep your back straight and gently focus on your breathing. We'll take 3 deep breaths in your own time and gently feel relaxed and be in the here and now. Now, as we focus on the breaths that we take in, feel them coming through your nostrils and out through your nostrils again. Be in total surrender and learn to release anything that's been bothering you or has been holding you back. Be in the here and now and try and see yourselves as the bright light that we all are. And this beautiful, beautiful bright light sits between our eyebrows, focus your attention between your eyebrows and feel the calm, pure light that we all are. Now see this light stepping out of this body and coming over you. And as you look down, you can see your body sat there in total peace and calmness. And you now have the opportunity to go exploring and actually traveling without the body, as is called astral traveling. So feel yourselves light like a feather and feel yourselves being able to fly upwards, come out of your house over the roof, go high into the sky and become one with the sky. And gently feel the clouds as you pass by them, as if they're giving you a hug and saying, welcome, welcome to this space. Feel totally free and relaxed, totally empty. You're just pure divine light, enjoying the space. Feel the wind around you, whispering, saying, hello, welcome to this space. You've become one with the elements, one with all nature around you. And as you carry on flying higher and higher, every single step that you're taking is bringing you closer and closer to the Supreme Divine Being, as if you're being pulled and called for by the Divine Supreme Mother and Father. And as you go higher up, you look down and you see all the houses and trees looking like miniature toys. And you're totally, totally free. Nothing's holding you back. And it's a feeling of total joy and happiness. Totally, totally free. As you're free, just like the air that's around you. And as you carry on, you feel the sun's rays on you as well. Beautiful, beautiful, warm, bright rays. Again, giving you a warm welcome. And the supreme rays of the sun actually enhance your light and make it brighter and bolder as you become one with the sun's rays. Just feel totally in tune with yourself. Beautiful, beautiful, bright light that we all are. And as you carry on going higher and higher, you can see how everything looks so, so beautiful and divinely made. The oceans, the beautiful colours, the forests, and all the animals and birds that are so miniature and minuscule. We are so, so blessed to be able to see the world from this viewpoint. To take in this beautiful moment, to be in awe of this beautiful, beautiful cosmos and the whole world, this beautiful Mother Earth, the planet that's our home, that we're so, so blessed to have, where everything works in sync. Everything has timing of its own. Now, as we're just flowing and floating by through all the clouds, we're going to be gently coming back down to our homes. And as we're coming down, we should pay gratitude and deep, deep thanks to our parents for teaching us everything we have learnt, from talking, walking, thinking, everything. We owe everything to our parents' upbringing and their kindness and love that shaped us the way we are today. And also to our ancestors, our grandparents. Everyone has played a huge part in making us who we are. To all our gurus, all our teachers, and everybody that we've met in our lives that's had some part or some role to play in shaping us and making us who we are today. To our siblings, our family and friends, our children, our neighbours, our colleagues, our workplace. Deep, deep gratitude to everyone who has had some sort of part in our lives, either in the past, present, or future. Deep, deep gratitude for our amazing body, mind, and soul that allows us to function and travel wherever we want to go. Deep, deep gratitude to all our gurus and all their teachings, all our holy books, and all the divine energies, divine masters that are holding our hands and always there to help and support us and push us along our spiritual path. Deep, deep gratitude to the 5 elements, to the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, animal kingdom, to the whole cosmos, all the planets, and deep, deep gratitude to all the books, all the technology that's helping us, and everyone who's had a part to play in shaping us and helping us to live like roses amongst the thorns. We are blossoming every single day. Day by day, we are becoming stronger and stronger as we follow our spiritual path of enlightenment. Deep, deep gratitude to Monica G for kindly organising these sessions. Deep, deep gratitude to you all you divine masters, for kindly taking time out, precious time out, and sharing your energies. And deep, deep gratitude for all your reflections and sharing your learnings as well. Now, as we come back into this body, gently come back into this body, see yourselves back as the light in between your eyebrows and feel totally peace and calm and in full harmony with the whole nature, and feel God's divine love within you as well. Okay, gently rub your hands, your fingers, place them over your beautiful eyes, and we count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently open your eyes in your hands and feel the divine energy radiating from your hands into your beautiful, beautiful eyes. And take this energy all around your face, your head, ears, neck, shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, hands, chest, stomach, thighs, legs, and just feel totally, totally recharged and re-energized to join in with the discussion. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Babaji, Lord Buddha, Guruma, all the divine masters. Deep, deep gratitude.
Deep, deep gratitude to you also, Meenaji, for taking this initiative to do the reading every day. You need to be, you know how divine makes you punctual? Means in alignment. When you are keep doing this thing, it becomes your habit, and it is not only your habit, it is also the habit of the person who attend the session. So thank you so much. And today's chapter was like so many glimpses I collected, and yes, there are so many patterns which we not we are not realizing. Like Anandma beautifully she shared about the doctor, how they are making fool just for their own sake. They are getting money, but it's not everyone is the same. Means there are few people like who are money minded. And then she shared that another story about the Japanese person. There was a because my kitten was running here and there. I missed that bit uh,
Mm,
in between. And uh, and then she shared about the Sholay movie, that she used to do the act with just to make other people happy. But yes, this is the truth of the life, that nothing belongs to me. Nothing belongs to me. I am here to, like, we do the job, right? The same way we are here to just give whatever we have to give. Even like with the kids, your partner, you don't have the authority on anyone, not even on your parents, because you choose them so that you can enter to this world, right?
mm,
And once you entered in this portal, you came in on earth. Their purpose fulfilled, you fulfilled your own purpose. Now, whatever you are doing, it will affect you mentally, physically, and emotionally, not to them. And so many things it happens when we so many time I saw people plan to go somewhere. They are so much excited in the advance that once they are there and that place, they don't have that curiosity, nothing. They can't enjoy, because in their mind they were too much in preparation.
mm,
Sometimes you go to the unknown place and you feel so attached to that place, you feel so fresh, because your mind is under your control. Your
mm,
mind is not controlling you, you are controlling your mind. Like
mm,
with meditation, we are now living in a present moment.
mm,
This is my moment, I have to listen to this whatever you're reading. Whole attention needs to be here right now, what is happening in front of me. It is
mm,
not I am physically here and my mind is dwelling into the events happened 20, 30 years ago. it
mm,
and How beautifully Anandma is showing us these things, that in practical life, people have not work on themselves. You know
mm,
what? If you say someone change, some what happen is, like in our mirror. In a mirror, we see our reflection, which where it shows our left part towards the right mirror. Our image is other way around, right? And the other person can see you clearly, but the mirror can't see you. Mirror is a reflection. The same thing is when we say someone to that what you can't see within you, other person can see. And if we try to help someone, right, like this is the thing, if you can please do this thing and it might change your life. That person, from because they are seeing their reflection in the mirror, I'm fine, I'm okay. How can they say? Because me, mine is still there. The ego is there. Ego, I think one ego is where you see, think you're very supreme than others. You can dominate everyone. And another ego is where I know, like very beautiful example Anandma gave, that doctor, you follow him and you give your money, but the teacher will bring more knowledge to add value to your life. It's a very deep code if you means think accordingly. That when we were in the schools, how means our teachers were giving us examples. So because they know, if we go with the sine theta cos theta they won't understand. But if we can mention these the same things by using some example, the example will be here all the time. Like the mirror one I gave you, if you next time you will see the mirror, you will say, you will notice this thing. And yesterday I listened one podcast which I really love about. The person said, we are not working on inner beauty, we are working on outer beauty. We are so much into pleasing others, uh, showing our in today's chapter, Anandma also mentioned about the leather jackets and shoes, right? 15,000 pound, yes, it's a dollar, right? It costs a lot. In that much money you can buy so many things. But it is means everyone's personal choice what they like. But sometimes these things hit you rock bottom. It is just the pair of the shoes I just want to wear in my feet, right? And if I go for the uh, uh, recently I watched another. I was reading a book where it is mentioned. The real royals, they never wear expensive branded things because their name is already royalty. They've been through all these things, right? But the person who is not means having that position, they think that after wearing jewelries, heavy, necklace or branded things, people might think they are rich, right? In that scenario, what they are doing, they are wasting their money. But the person, if you see very rich people, their dressing sense is very simple and they're very down to earth. But some people who got, I mean, the generations, I am like my grandfather was a businessman. My mother's dad was businessman. We saw that royalty in our mom, our dad. Um, my dad was means working, but my nanu, he has his own business. But he trained my mom that way. He said doesn't matter, like he have a job, we have, means the understanding, right? And my dad was from village, so mom, even she stayed with him in the village. And I was out of blue, "Hey, mom, you spent it your," means, yeah, means you are in the city. And it shows that how that person is so humble, doesn't matter. Because my nanu used to say, he said, the rich person, but bacha, they won't show. They will always come to help others without making other people feel bad. But they said that the person who is a newly built businessman, we can say, right, they don't have the heart. They won't go for the things to spend. Whereas in our childhood, we were 22 cousin brothers and sisters, and whenever we go to our nanu's house, all the vendors who goes from that street, they have the means full guidance from my nanu. They all have to stop and they have to give us until we feel say no for that. Ice cream doesn't matter. It is ice cream man. It is a chaat wala. I am golgappe. Anyone. It means otherwise he will say 22 kids, right? Why should I spend that much money on them? But he never think that way, and he literally enjoyed looking towards us. We are enjoying, everything, and the people on the means the vendors, they were laughing. They were saying, "You are spoiling all of them." He said, "No, no, let them do what they want to do." And sometime I've been to the places where I saw the people. I worked with so many NGOs, and we have the supporters who are really very rich, and they are holding that legacy. These people, they never ever even showed us that they are very rich. But some of the people who have the recently got some money or something, they are, means, coming with the idea, how much you need, how much. And I was like, you know what? We are not here to show that what I'm going to do. The work needs to be so silently done that the other person don't know who is helping that person. Because otherwise there is no point. And why I'm correlating it with today's chapter, like the ma gave the example of doctor. right? There are I'm not means pointing doctors, there are other professions, or wherever we go, everyone, if someone is selling something, they will think first that about themselves. They won't think first about the person to whom they are serving, right? But the like Lord Buddha, he had that luxurious life, but he left that luxurious life because he was like, I have so much luxury in my life, what about these people who don't have? And uh, and it is very shocking. He learned, means being a royal, he learned all the things he needs to learn when he was grown up, but where he used it, he didn't use it on the same people, means the same background. He used it so that the education, whatever the wisdom he have within him, to share it with the world so that he can enlighten other people. It's means a person coming from a poor family becoming rich is understandable, right? A person coming from a rich background and living everything luxurious life and becoming like, nothing, and going to that nothingness, it shows that me and mine will stay here. Me and mine will stay here. It is the only thing how you make other people feel. If if a single soul is happy with my action, I think like my life purpose is fulfilled.
Mm.
That how we have to work. And Anand Murti ma, means she explained everything so beautifully.
Mm.
When you were reading, these are the things coming in my mind. I was like, and so much things, when you are doing anything, your brain is in alignment. The same things I'm watching, the same kind of things are popping up in front of me, and I was like, why? Then it's like, you, when you are in alignment, divine bring the same people, same kind of situation, same kind of messages in front of you. And thank you, divine. Thank you, universe. Thank to all gurus, Mahavtar Babaji, Anand Murtima, and Lord Buddha, for all this wisdom. Even when you are talking, I am talking, sometimes you might be surprised. Is it, am I the same person? I have a discussion this morning with someone. I was like, sometimes I'm like thinking about myself, like maybe in the past I was very quiet person, not sharing that much about myself. Yeah, holding. I know everything, but for me, I was always thinking I don't have to make other people feel bad, right? But now I am open. Then I later on when I listen to the videos, I was like, am I the same person? is is me who is talking? I think it's all the divine's wisdom. Is flowing through all of us. So deep gratitude to the Most High for choosing
Mm.
us,
Yes, so,
and thank you to you and to all the masters who always guide us and lead our path. Thank you, deep gratitude.
thank you so much, Monica G. I think my take from it is today is the importance of the mind. Listening to our intellect and knowing what's right and wrong. And from what you're saying, we came empty-handed. We'll go empty-handed. I think in Gujarati we say "Kali hate ayavata, kali hate jasu," and yet we still say "mine, mine, mine." We're so attached, but we need to gradually break our attachment, which is easier said than done. It's easier to say this now, but to put it into practice is the real test. So that's the key taking that I'm taking today, that I need to gradually look above things and not get so wound up and attached to things that I currently am now, which is hard. But then if you don't, and the wisdom, you can't rely on the Guruji to take you there. You've got to take your own initiative. In this chapter, Guru Nanak has said, the Guru won't be able to just take you and lift you out and give you moksha. You have got to take the steps and transform and change yourself. And the only way you can do that is through having discourses like this, being in good, positive spiritual company and working on yourself and having that discipline, because otherwise you won't be able to advance. So deep, deep gratitude to you, Monagaji, for introducing these sessions to me. Honestly, I really look forward to them every day. And we too are just as beautiful as these beautiful flowers. You know, despite all the thorns that we come across in our lives, we need to remember that we too are beautiful, both inside and out. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That is the beauty of, all the gurus, how they teach us. It is not the book I choose. It is not the book you choose. The book chose us that this is the way we can learn our new lessons, and every day is a new learning. See, the same verse you are reading, you are getting different message. I am receiving different messages. I am seeing all these pictures that if you have to learn humbleness, look at these things, right? And when I think personally, when we see those things our own people are doing, it motivates us a lot. I was 13 years old the moment when I joined NGOs with my elder brother. In such a young age, kids go to play outside and hanging here and there. But we've been to blind schools, and blind schools, oh my god, blind people's hostel. I was shocked. Meenaji, you won't believe, I was standing in front of that lady. In one go she put the thread into the needle, and I was like, and then she burned the stove. In the old time they were putting yeah. And for me it was so shocking. I was too young and looking towards that. And then one blind boy, he was very good guitar player, and he was singing so nicely, so beautifully. And we were so shocked to see. And there was a couple, the lady I'm talking about, they both husband wife were blind, but their son was normal, and the son was playing on his bicycle. They see the visions are coming in front of me. He was on his bike, and the parents know that which way he is going. And I was like, how? And the boy who was playing guitar, I asked him, I said, like, how do you know about it? Because I was very curious about it. He told me about brain lippy and all those things. And their head teacher, he was very I don't know now he is means alive or not. He was a very famous palm reader. And I was like, my brother said he do palm reading. I said, no, I can't, means he can't see and my brother said, no, you just see, he said, and just see. He touched my hand, and I don't know how he told me whatever he was telling me that time. I was taking it as a fun. But now when I think about those things, I show gratitude that in such a young age God showed me that world which is beyond my imagination. Otherwise you won't understand other person's pain. If you don't have the any person around you who is suffering from something, you won't understand their pain. And when I came in UK, when I did work here with as a carer, oh my god, my clients were, they said, the moment you are standing outside our home, I just left my home. I don't know how do they know. They can't see. But uncle say, when you are outside, I know Monica is there, and I'm telling my daughter-in-law, go and open the door, she is outside. And his entire family was shocked. How do Abba knows you are outside? I said, I don't know, their sixth sense or something. Seriously, right? And we have physical gurus. We are able to see them, talk to them, touch them. And look at these people, means they are divinely, spiritually, means high respect to all of them, that they can't see, but still they can see inside. And the boy was I asked him about the colors. That time I have no idea about Reiki and all those things. He was mentioning me the aura colors and all those things. Now when I learned Reiki, I was like, in that age he knows about everything. and they can they can read energies very quickly. And very fortunate to meet these type of people in that age. And it is sometime when I share things, so many people say, when you share, you inspired us a lot. I will tell you one thing why I'm sharing it, because in my life journey, no one never ever told me what I have to do. No one showed me the path. That's why I did so many mistakes in my life. But now I was like, if I know this thing, na, I have to share it with the other people. They won't do that mistake. Or if someone don't understands, yes, emotionally, physically, some of us are on different level. We are not that mature. But if you have a guidance, you know how to deal with other person. You will see through them that like a human being, you will understand from where they are coming. It is not like a very quiet person never speak up. Means now I'm very if you met me before 7 8 years back, you won't think about me talking right now the way I was that time. And these are the things happen when we are in alignment with our gurus. And on the same time, I worked on myself silently for around 14 15 years. I just silently worked on myself, just watching where I have to improve. But most of the people around me was saying, she's dumb, she don't know anything. And emotionally people drained me a lot. But I was like, uh, you know what, you need to be at the right place to share your wisdom. You can't be on the wrong place to share the thing with a person who never been to a school, or who never have a um, uh, faith in spirituality. Those who won't trust themselves, they can't trust anyone else. And deep gratitude to all the gurus. I love all gurus. And thanks means, wherever, uh, since from our childhood, wherever we want to go, our parents allow us to go. Doesn't matter. Mosque means masjid. We know India, we have masjid. We can go, anyone can go. Masjid, mandir, gurdwara. Go wherever you want to go. Whatever, any bandara, any jagrata, maybe we used to go there. And I think when you are grown up in that atmosphere, your brain accept everything, especially in your childhood. The things you did, it leave a deep imprint on your soul, seriously. And gratitude. Champaji and Kalpana ji, would you like to share anything? Thank you, Champaji, for your message. I know you have the class today, that's why you joined us lately.
Good evening. Today's chapter, it seems, was absolutely what I needed to hear today. Mind over matter. It's so easy to lose sight of everything, and amazing what the mind, if it's in control of you, where it can lead you. So most of the day I was spending. Um, I have a pass, and somewhere along the line, there were going to be changes, and I was getting annoyed and everything without realizing that the change is going to happen. If I've missed the deadline, I've missed the deadline. It took a long time to understand it and calm down. But as today's reading said, um, we have to be above the mind. We shouldn't let the mind control us. And yes, I'm looking for that wisdom to help me along that path. I don't think I'm there yet. That's what I've been looking for, and probably why I met you, Monica, ji, and everybody, and this evening. Sorry, I haven't been able to join the other evenings because I had been going to the temple. There's some prayers happening. So, but I think when you're looking for something, the answer comes to you. Somehow you will, you touch a book, you open a page. That's what used to happen to me at all the time. Sometimes I'm wandering, and I find that I love books. I have books around me. If I were to pick it up, the answer was there. So the universe does help if you ask, but you have to make the move and ask. Yeah. So I loved all the stories you read today. It was lovely. It was really great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kalpana ji. And it needs courage to say that, this is I did something wrong, right? It needs a courage, and when you accept it, it means your throat chakra is open. You're authentic. You know that yeah, it is going to happen. Okay, I can't do it. I will try my level pass. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. We have to admit, I don't think you can move forward if you don't accept, as you say, you learn from mistakes and hopefully get above and not make the same mistake. But yeah,
But if when a child start walking, if that person child want to fall, how that child is not getting aware of the triggers on the way when
right,
he right. So
right.
these are the triggers of our life where we these are the challenges we have to overcome. These are the fears stored in our conscious and subconscious mind. What we are seeing, we are behaving same. Like it's a long time I'm not watching movies and serials.
Mm,
I love watching kids movies. Emotion.
yeah, yeah.
I go with my kids whenever some kids movie released. I go with them to watch them. Hardly I watch other movies or universe movies, Avatar, like these type of movies
Yeah,
fantasize me, which looks like real, right?
yeah.
Uh, so
They are
feel
happy
good.
movies.
Yeah, they are happy movies. And the emotion one, if you watch recently, sad emotion. I forget the name. Inside
I
Outside, I
think,
think.
yes, I was just going to
Yeah,
say the same. I love that Inside Out. And even Inside Out 2 was fantastic. And it's
I watched
exactly
that.
pinpoints
Yeah,
what we think.
yeah. Me and my kids, they were laughing. They said, "Yeah, we came here with a baby." I said, "Yeah, you have to watch with me."
They're great.
Yeah. And these are the movies. Look, these are the kids' movies teaching us a lot. And the kids' movies are stress free.
Yes.
Adult movies are full of dramas, which I really don't like.
And a
Why
lot of
I have to go
violence.
and traumatize myself, right?
I absolutely agree with you. I do the same. We often just pay for a month to watch Disney movies.
Because from where you heal your inner child by going
Yes,
to that zone. By going to that zone, I
that's
still
right.
I like Tom and Jerry since from my childhood, and Shaun the Sheep. I still watch with my kids. They make my kids know if I get angry, then they start laughing. Shall we play Shaun the Sheep or so it means create that kind of environment. Even my kids are with because of me. They have the same habit of watching kids movie more than adult movies. So it's a
Yes,
good thing, it makes you more happy, alive, being
yes,
inner child.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah,
And Anandma also saying that how we get rid of the things when I become a child.
yes.
I don't like to control. You can't control a child, right? I have a kitten. When Meenaji was reading, I don't know from 2 3 days why he is becoming so crazy. He jumps here and there, and so I have to keep an eye on him. That suddenly because I have stitches, so I'm worried that if he jumped on me, so what will happen? So I'm very careful when he's around me, but he never comes to me. He stays down, but you have to be very, very mindful with the things around you, how it affects you mentally, physically, and emotionally. And my son said, we bring it on a very right time when you need it the most.
Oh, bless them. That's fantastic. I think the animals can sense as well. Uh,
Yeah.
they can sense.
Trust me, Kalpana ji. Before he was coming to my hands, I can hold him. Now
Yeah,
he don't allow me to hold him in my hands.
right. Right.
And I was like, he have that sense. And
That's right.
in the night, he is checking on me.
Oh, bless.
He's sleeping next to me and he's checking on me. Wow,
Yeah,
Mama is doing.
that's amazing. That's amazing.
During the meditation, Kano came in. I don't know whether he heard the door bash open. He actually
Yeah,
came in and licked my leg. He wanted to join in the meditation. he pushed the door down, got in, even though there's a blockage, he managed to get through. So he obviously felt the positive energy and wanted to join in.
Yeah.
And these energies, are pure divine energies, and they are the healers.
Mm.
Because he entered it the same way when all the time my kitten is here and there, but the moment you start meditation, sitting nicely. I, I don't know which scent he is.
Oh,
Super blessed.
yeah.
We all are
Yeah.
blessed. We all are blessed. Just see blessings in everything. And one more thing which I learned from my life, I never control anyone. I said, if you want to go, go by. I prefer my peace of mind. And with so many things that what we don't understand in our entire life, we give our peace to other people. So
Mm.
be mindful of that also, and learn to say no. No means no. No means no. Doesn't matter who that person is.
I was just going to say that, Monica. It's the most toughest thing I find to say no. And then I get stressed and then I get upset.
No,
Slowly, I'm learning. These days, I'm saying no. But it
yeah,
took me a long time.
yeah. So just say that if your mind is not accepting it, then just say Kalpana is Kalpana's first priority.
Right.
Kalpana's peace of mind is more important than anything else in the
Yeah.
world. If I am not peaceful, how I be healthy, right? How
Right.
my mind means my mental, physical, emotional health will be if I'm not in a peace.
Yes. Yes.
It's not like nothing is
I
here.
found that out last year. I was at a rock bottom. It took me quite a lot of effort to come out of it and realize that nobody else was affected. It was my mind, and therefore it was me and my body who got affected. So, yes.
And today, one thing I heard that was very shocking for me because I attended one of the master's session. Beautifully, she mentioned. She said, sometimes people make you feel cry. They are playing with your emotions. That time you
Yes.
won't understand. That
Yes.
time you would understand that they find a cause to trigger you,
Yes.
and you are crying because they know you can't speak up for yourself, right? Mm.
Absolutely.
But you know what? These are the people who make a very kind person to a devil person.
You can say that again.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, yeah. They turn a very saintly person into a devil, and then what happen is now this person see through both the situation. This
Yeah.
person, then you are making a person very very much alert, and they said that never means hurt a person who is very quiet person,
Yeah.
because it is very easy to do wrong things, but it
Yes.
is very hard from the right to go to wrong.
Yes. It's just
You
like,
can't
as you
reverse
said,
it. You can't
negative
reverse it.
thoughts will come very quickly. To make those thoughts positive is very, very hard. Same
You
way.
can't reverse. Yeah, you can't reverse it.
Yeah.
Um, so many time I meet the people and they say, "Do when I told them about my Reiki and all those things, oh, you are a mind reader." They get so shocked with that. I said, "Hello, that's my profession." That's my profession. It's not like otherwise, how can I heal you if I don't know anything about you, right? And people lie a lot, but when you talk about energies, meditation, you can see through people and situations very clearly, and it helps you.
Mm.
It opened another thing within you, and why this thing happened, why it is not happening with you before, there is a reason. When I learned Reiki, I don't have any idea about the tarot card. So my master, she told me, Monica, I'm just middle of the session. She was teaching me, and she said, start reading tarots. I'm like, what? Tarot? And even that time, I have no idea what tarot is. Okay, my intuition was telling me to pick her tarots. She was tarot reader also.
Yeah.
I shuffled her tarots and my cards were flying. I started doing reading for her, and her father passed away few years ago. Her father's energy I was feeling around her,
Ah,
and I explained her everything about her father. She was looking towards me like this. She paid me in return. She paid me in return, and whatever I said, she was like, "Huh? How do you know that?"
yeah.
And I was like, huh? Even I myself don't know I can do this.
I have a fear of tarot cards, Monica ji. Um, when I was studying, we had a year out a placement here, and one of the friends he bought tarot cards just for fun. We sat in a circle and he dealt, and even then I said, no, keep me out, I'm not going to be part of it. So
Okay,
I
I
wasn't there.
don't know. That's why maybe the divine wants me to shuffle the cards for you.
Because
These are
one of
the chakra cards. Never
yeah,
be afraid of anything. Always face your fear. Never run from your fears.
I run a mile the opposite way.
No, 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 no. It
Because
means you are not trusting your own self.
in that
Okay,
session
let's okay. Let's
in
Shall
that
I shut
session I had a
sorry,
friend,
shall I
but
shut the
I met a
recording,
friend because
yeah,
we
yeah.
Monica?
were
So
all
Thank you. Yeah, 1 minute. Thank you. Thank you.